Hello, Henry here. Time for another vlog. Today's subject is going to be talking about my aerial and landscape photography setup. So let's start off by talking about the actual bag that I carry all my equipment in. The bag of choice that I go through is the ThinkTank Photo Airport Accelerator bag. This is a really good bag from ThinkTank Photo. I really like it. It has the ability to carry my quadcopter, my camera gear, and my laptop all in one, plus the tripod, and it just does a really good job. So happy with that. So with my aerial setup, I currently use the Phantom 3 Advanced, and I only have a 16 gigabyte micro SD card in here and a spare 16 gigabyte that I keep with me at all times. So total of 32. And that just works out really good for me as a good balance. Of course, with a quadcopter, it has its own dedicated controller. On the controller, you see that I have the cable that is for my iPad Mini 2, 16 gigabyte Wi-Fi only. I find that's a sufficient tablet to use for controlling FPV flights and running the DJI Go app. What I've also done to this controller is that I've attached a clip into the loop here and a third-party camera strap attached to that clip. That allows me to have hands-free access whilst I'm using the controller, because the controller takes up 2 hands here. So having a strap around there is a really good idea. With the quadcopter, I have 3 sets of the intelligent batteries, each lasting for approximately 17 minutes up in the flight, plus minus 2 minutes there. And here I have my set of rotors. I also have a spare set of brand new rotors in its actual bag. When I actually purchased this bag, they had quadcopters in mind as well. So with the bag, they actually come in with these thread protectors. You have 4 of them, of course, and they just sit on the actual quadcopter threads there for the rotor quads. And that helps protect the threads whilst you're in package, which I think is really good. As accessories, I have the Polar Pro 6-set filter, and that comes with 3 neutral density filters and 3 polarizer filters in there, so it's pretty handy. That in a small little bag, like I said, I have my spare 16 gigabyte micro SD card. Also have the card reader to plug into USB 3 on my laptop. For my landscape photography, I like to use the 5D Mark III. I have 1 spare battery for the actual camera. 1 battery is in the camera at the moment, so 2 in total. My lens of choice that I use for landscape photography that I use the most right now is Canon's 16 to 35 2.8 version 2 L lens. Another lens that I carry around is my 24 to 105 lens, f4 image stabilizer. So this is a good all-rounder lens, has image stabilizer on there, maximum aperture of f4. For my long range shoots, I have my 135 f2L lens, fantastic lens. It has a B+W UV filter on there. 50mm 1.4, good for low light and just a good standard lens to carry. In terms of filters, I currently use 2 at the moment. I have the general Circular Polariser. Both of these filters are for my 16 to 35mm lens. The other filter is a 10-stop neutral density filter. To lock it all down, I have my tripod. The tripod I use now is the Manfrotto 190 CX Pro 3. It's carbon fiber, it's lightweight, it's been really good for me. Had it for about 5 years now. It has the ability to have the center column go horizontal to give me unique sort of camera perspectives. The ball head, or the head attachment that I have on there is the Giottos 1302, and it has its quick release plate there. You may notice that I've attached a clip onto the eyelet here. This allows me to attach a camera bag or a small bag with weights when the actual camera is set up on the actual shooting position. Having that extra weight is really advisable because the tripod itself is quite light, and you want to be able to protect yourself from gusts of wind and anything to knock it around. So having that extra weight just gives that extra stability. Also, I have the Canon remote switch, the RS80N3. My laptop and my processing choice today is the MacBook Pro 2013 late model, I believe. 256 gigabytes of flash memory storage and 13 inches. Cleaning kit, decent sized microfiber cloth, just good general purpose. All my cleaning kit fits into this bag. I have a blower brush, lens liquid, lens tissue in there as well. Just a basic brush. I find myself shooting in locations where it's quite dusty, quite sandy, being out on the beach. You want to have something that's easy to be able to do a quick cleanup of sand or whatever sort of residue you may have picked up from location to keep your equipment clean and healthy the best it can. Basic first aid kit. In here I just have antiseptic wipes and band-aids and some basic dressings for those situations where you do injure yourself, which does happen to me. A notepad and a pencil. I carry a headlamp, really handy to have for when you're in low light situations. Headlamp allows you to have access to both your hands to do stuff. Insect repellent, quite self-explanatory, very handy when you're out shooting on early sunsets and out in dust to keep the insect friends away from you. Have a multi-tool Leatherman Wave, just good to have one of these. Pliers I've used, knives I've used, the scissors, sometimes I just need to do some stuff, so having a multi-tool is handy. In the with the ThinkTank photo bag, it comes with a weather-resistant protector, so that's handy to have as well. So that's basically the kit that I have with me for my shoots. Okay, so that's the ThinkTank photo all bag loaded all up. He comes to around about 13.2 kilograms. I just weighed him on the scales. So he's not exactly light, but he is comfortable when I do carry him. Can generally go for a day for shooting like this. So he's got a good snug fit on here. This is what he looks like when I have him on. And of course, if I want Osmo with me, I just have him on the side down here like so. So this is my photography and aerial photography setup. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask on the comments below. Subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Till then, take care, have fun shooting, and I will see you next time.